My guest is right in front of me. Her name is Hira. It's a lovely name. Tell us why you're called Hira.
Oh, that one, I wasn't born. I wasn't alive at that moment to make the decision.
There you go, yeah. Your mom and dad.
Yes.
They must have released a little bit of information to you as in why we named you Hira.
I think there was like a bunch of options, and that was the, I think, sweetest sounding one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, if you were not called Hira, what would they call you?
I think Shania, which was even more hard to pronounce.
Would you have preferred being called
No.
Shania? Okay, I like Hira a lot better. Well, Hira is our guest this morning in the studios over here. She's no stranger to TraXX FM. She's been here before, and she's a singer-songwriter, and we will be playing some of her songs in a bit from now on TraXX FM. But first, Hira, thank you for taking the time to come talk to us over here. You recently earned yourself a spot on the Harvard's Dean List 2021-2022. Congratulations.
Thank you for having me back on the show. And yes, it is an incredible honor.
Tell us about the significance of that. What does it mean to you?
I think it's something completely unexpected because I didn't even know there was such thing as a Dean's List award. So I've just recently become an undergraduate at Harvard University, and I was really having a blast with all my classes. Every time I enter the class, I want to make sure I get the most out of the learning because everything I learn is so relevant to my career as a singer and also like an entrepreneur.
Right.
So I was really meeting my lecturers, going the extra mile just because I was having so much fun and I wanted to learn everything. And then I think about a couple of weeks ago, I got an email from Harvard saying, "Congratulations, you're on the Dean's List."
Harvard, not just you're talking about Harvard as if it's just it's Harvard. Huh? Okay, go on.
So it was a shock because first of all, I didn't even know it was such a thing. It wasn't something I was striving towards. It was a happy accident. And second thing, I was in disbelief because I'm a very kanchong person. I'm very stressed, right? I'm like, I'm constantly thinking, am I doing my best? I hope I'm doing okay. What if I get a B? I'll be so sad. I'm like, I have really high expectations of myself. So I thought I wasn't doing a good enough job, and I was really sad. I was like, oh no, maybe I'm not doing my best. And suddenly I get this email saying you're on the Dean's List, and
wow,
I'm like, okay.
Wow. So, that's not the way it normally goes with musicians and stuff like that, right? A lot of musicians would have the impression that I'm a musician, studies and stuff like that, forget it, right? But what would you say to them?
I guess I like music. I recently realized it's because I'm a huge numbers person. Like, I generally love maths, and music's all about the rhythm and the counts. So I think maybe...
Wow.
So all the dropping the MIDI notes on the grid, I think I love that. But more importantly, it's because of the environment I've brought up in like ET Ideas and Ascendance, right? They've always shown me how you can be successful in everything. Like, you can challenge the stereotypes, because you've seen like a couple of times over the years where if you're a musician, you're not best in academics, and we've been challenged to change that perception. So I'm very glad that I can say like, hey, I do kind of well in my studies and I perform quite a lot.
Right.
So
it's extremely important, right? I think a lot of parents whose kids might be getting into music, the first thing they'll tell them is you need something to fall back on.
Yeah.
Right? In case you go out there and you don't become the next Michael Jackson or the next whoever it is, or the next Hira, and so you need something to fall back on, right?
Yes.
So okay, there you go. So
but yeah, everybody's been telling me that since I was in high school. Like, you need something to fall back on because music will not be a good career. But yet here I am. So I think it's really because of the. I think first of all the love and support from my family and from my friends and my team, but also because younger me was very naive and innocent. I didn't have a backup plan just because I didn't want to. I just wanted to become a singer. So I think if I was 20, with the amount of information I have about what careers are successful, I probably would have doubted myself. But because at 14, I was very adamant, like, singer only. That's it. So that's why.
But you mean you're not 20 now?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you go. So then you ended up on the Harvard's Dean List honors and stuff like that, right? So lots of your friends all over the place is like, I hate you.
What friends? No. Between going to school and music and running Ascendance, no. Jokes aside, like I said, it is an incredible honor, but something I didn't expect, and something I just hope to use to inspire people to do what they love. Like the only reason I'm on the Dean's List is not because I spend extra hours studying. It's just because I'm really passionate about what I'm learning.
What are you learning?
I'm learning the Bachelor of Liberal Arts program. So I get to do a lot of the humanities subjects, which is your arts, and I also get to do the social sciences and the entrepreneurship. So it's something that I'm very passionate about. So I'm not like your normal university student. I took like a 5-year gap year, but that's because I built my career first. So when I really built my career to the best extent I could bring it to, then going to university was to help me to further improve the skills that I already have, to really grow and advance my career for myself, for my team, to like the global stage. So now when I'm studying, I'm just, everything I learn is like, yes, I get to do this in real life. And it's the positive results of that is you do well. So like if you just follow your passion, I think you will be successful.
I like that. Okay, what are the requirements that you had to fulfill before earning your spot on the Harvard's Dean List?
Oh dear. Getting into Harvard is incredibly hard. There were many near misses, many tears, and many sleepless nights because of so many obstacles on the journey. But I think to get on this Dean's List, I think you need to have at least a 3.5 CGPA, and you got to be active in the school. But one of the things is Harvard is hard.
Yeah.
Like I always forget. I understand university is hard, but Harvard.
I think they gave you that hint of it in the very name itself. Harvard.
Yeah. It's hard. Like even every semester I take, the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks in classes, I'm always so anxious because it's hard. And then at the last few weeks, again, I'm anxious because I think it's easy, and then I get proven wrong, and it's hard, and I really need to work with my lecturers to get the best out of the outcomes of my assignments. So yeah.
Oh, so you had to really work like crazy, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so what about this? How tough was it working towards the Dean's List while not physically being at the Boston campus?
I'm very lucky because I was encouraged by my mentors, my mentor Ilengo Tiagu and my team Ascendance to pursue this. And it was just at the right time when we were enrolling. It was the pandemic. So a lot of my on-campus requirements were done online, which was, I mean, a bit sad because you did vocal and you did music, but you're doing it online. So you could, I mean, some would say you couldn't get the best experience, but I would say I still managed to get a really good experience because I got to meet people from different parts of the world. Some of my course mates are industry experts. Some of them are like really top musicians or like Grammy members, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in a class with them. And like we're all busy working adults, but at the same time we're all passionate about what we do and like making sure we get the best out of the classes. So everybody's there to help each other. So yeah, it's a team effort. You see me in front of you, but I would say the Dean's List is accumulation of effort of everybody, my classmates, but more importantly, my family, my team, Ascendance,
the wind
my
beneath
environment.
the wings.
Yeah,
right?
It's not one person.
Okay, her name is Hira, recipient of Harvard's Dean List, international singer and songwriter in the studios of No big deal. I could get on the Dean's List too, you know, for loitering around the corridors maybe. Okay, now let's get onto this song over here, Morning Light. We're going to take a short break and listen to Morning Light, and it's a song by Hira herself. Tell us about Morning Light before we play it.
So Morning Light was my first collaboration with a U.S. artist. Her name is Autumn Helene. She is a 14-year-old award-winning artist, and she's no short of talents. Working with Autumn really pushed me to like level up, to really increase my skills, because working with someone so professional, someone in such a league, I think got me to level up as well. But more importantly, we've developed such a nice friendship, and Autumn and I are still in contact. So this is Morning Light. I hope you enjoyed the song.
Name is Hira. She's in our studios this morning. Hira, say hello.
Hello, good morning, everybody. And good morning, Greenman.
Good morning to you again. All right, that was a nice one over there. And we have a lot more of your music, right?
Yes.
And how many songs have you got so far out there?
Oh, I've lost count.
Good.
I think
that's good.
This year we released 7 songs.
7, okay.
Yeah.
7's a nice number.
It's real, considering I used to only release 1, maximum 2 songs a year, so
Right.
it's a big improvement. That's because I have support from Chandana this year, so they're supporting my debut album as well as ETI. So it's really cool because I've written like 60 over songs, but it's always just been me and my guitar. So
Right.
I'm very happy to share these multi-genre songs with all.
Lovely. Are you going to tell him about the next song that we're going to do a duet duet on?
Yeah. Don't you know, Greenman and I are working on a upcoming collab.
It's Green Man's wish lah. Anyway, okay. Literally 2 nights ago, you won the Icon Award as well.
Yes.
What's the Icon Award about? Tell us about that. And well, obviously, I bet it makes you feel good. But tell us why it makes you feel good. And what's the award about first?
So I won I was a finalist at the InterContinental Music Awards, which was based in LA. So I was very shocked that I was a finalist because a lot of these people are from around the world. A lot of them, like I mentioned, they're people with like hundreds and thousands of followers, or they're like Grammy nominated or like award-winning artists.
And you were doing all this while you were having nasi lemak here.
Yes.
You're not bad, you. I
was
that.
Whacking Malaysian food nicely while getting nominated for awards in the US.
Okay.
So the award show was happening on Sunday, Monday 3 a.m. for us. And I accidentally double booked. Can you believe it? I actually double booked for a 3 a.m. meeting. So I was having my Harvard team meeting because I'm the director of communications for the Harvard Extension School Student Association. So I had 2 meetings at the same time.
Apart from everything else.
Yes. So I had 2 meetings, and like I was like, I don't think I'm gonna win, right? I think to be a finalist is already very nice, but just in case I win, I gotta make sure I look like presentable at 3 a.m.
Right.
And like they were announcing the categories, and I was like telling my team, hey, could you give me like 10 minutes? They're announcing my category, and I'm very nervous.
Right.
I want to hear the results. So then the category comes up, pop for North America, not even Asia, pop for North America, and they're like finalists, and one of the winners was my song.
Wow.
Feel Alive. So I was like, oh wow, my song won. So I was like, okay, I gotta do an interview, like the acceptance speech. I've never done an acceptance speech live, so I was so nervous. I fumbled. I got the award name wrong, everything. So after I won the award, there was no one to celebrate at 3 a.m. So I thought, well, I did it. That was great. And I went to bed because I was like, there's a main award, which I was like, I don't think I'm going to win the main award.
You went to bed?
Yeah, I went to bed.
That was it.
I went to bed because I thought, I'm not going to win the main award, right? Winning the pop category itself is such a big thing. I think that's the best I can do. And I went to sleep, and I got like 5 or 10 missed calls from the US because at 5 a.m. they announced the Icon Award, which is their main overall award.
Right.
And apparently I won. I didn't know.
If I was going to win an award like that, I'd have a kanduri outside
I didn't know
house.
I was going to win. I really didn't think I was going to win. So it really came as a shock. I think my whole system went into overload.
But you managed to sleep.
I didn't know. I went to sleep while the award show was going on. I was like, my category sudah habis. So like, I'll just go to sleep. So I woke up to the news that I won the Icon Award. I won their grand prize of like 1,000 USD.
Right.
And all their judges were people who worked with artists like Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus. So again, I really, really didn't even think I was a contender.
Right.
So, let alone winning the award. So yeah, I woke up to a bunch of people asking me, you mean you slept and you didn't watch the full award show? I was like, I'm sorry. I really didn't think I was gonna
I think we're very lucky you're not into politics. Are you into politics? No, right? Because if you're into politics, then you might actually become the next prime minister. And then tomorrow morning we're waiting to interview the prime minister, and all of a sudden the prime minister's sleeping because she doesn't know she's the prime minister.
Sounds like the show. Yeah, but it was a really pleasant. Again, like something like the dean says, is something I really did not expect. It's a team effort because there are a lot of things I would not be able to do. I have a lot of shortcomings as an individual. I have so many insecurities. I have troubles noticing what are things that are important clearly. Right. So it's because of my team, because of my mentor, because of my mom and my sister and like my family. That's why I'm here. So
right.
Yeah.
I think I've met your mom.
Yeah. I think so.
Well, that might be your secret to achieving so many things, right?
It's the environment.
That being naive about it all, right? Okay, so now, do you need to cough? No?
No.
Okay, you can go ahead and cough, don't worry, because that's the cough of a champion. So we allow it on air. Right, KG?
Embarrassing blush.
Okay, so what has been your biggest hindrance or challenge in your journey so far, considering that you are also known to be one of the hardest working indie musicians in Malaysia?
That's a very big honor and title. I don't think I'm the most hardest working. There are a lot.
Well, one of the most hardest.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm one of the
Really?
most.
You're absolutely lazy and you achieve it.
I still have time to watch Netflix shows.
Now you make them hate you even more.
No. Okay, I don't have much time. I slept only 4 hours. Okay, it's okay.
Right.
So, what is a hindrance? I think staying grounded. I think with winning awards is really nice, but I get scared. Like, oh my God, will people like my other songs? Will I ever write songs that are equally good? But that's where having people like my team, having people like my mentor, and go to tell me, hey, it's not about the award. I mean, the awards are great, but you want to change the world with music, right? And you want your lyrics to positively impact people. You want to get people to heal. You want people to grow. You want people to follow their hearts. And that's what's more important. It doesn't matter what you do at the end of the day. It's just whether people enjoy and grow from music.
Right. How'd you get passionate about writing about healing and stuff like that? Why are you not writing about, like, I'm 17, I've seen the world, I'm fed up, Why are you writing songs about how people need to heal?
Because I was a very emo teenager, and like I listened to songs, and I had a lot of songs that I could relate to, but they didn't help me snap out of the emo-ness. Like I wanted, like if you search for positive songs, you hear all the spiritual and all the religious songs, but you don't have like pop songs that are positive and like getting you to like change your mindset or like start self-reflection.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Yeah.
You're never gonna let me down.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like I wanted to write songs, number one, that could help me. So each of my songs are actually lessons that I've learned in life that I've kind of like capsuled into like a memory, so that if I ever forget that lesson, I could sing that song again. And the second thing is I wanted to write songs that anyone, like especially kids, could sing, and it will bring positive impact to them. Because I think a lot of times people don't hear the lyrics that they're listening to. They don't realize what they're singing. Right. So if I can give them like the best wholesome value of what they're singing without them even knowing, right, I think I would have accomplished my goal.
So you want a song? You'd like to tell stories in your songs?
Yes, I do. So
lovely.
like even for Morning Light, it talks about there are days where you have really hard times and you feel like you're going to give up. But if you just hold on a little bit more, when the new day comes, when the morning comes, things will just get a little bit better. Like your problem will not resolve, but you'll just feel a little bit more hopeful that even your worst day will still get a little bit more hopeful the next day.
Right.
It's not permanent. Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Very good. What can be the first step you take if they want to emulate you? Well, basically, what do the youngsters need to do if they want to do something that you've done?
Hi, youngsters.
Yeah.
One thing I would...
Well, but like you said, right? You already told them about emotions and the feelings and things. Yeah. Right? Don't give up. It's important. Stay on it and hang on, right? So they might be somebody who wants to achieve something, with their studies, and at the same time they also want to be somebody who is pursuing a music career, perhaps, or something in the arts as well.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're like a scientist, or whether you're a musician, I think you really need to follow your passion. And sometimes passion comes easy. Sometimes you like instinctively know. Sometimes it takes a little digging, but you need to find your passion. So because I'm as passionate as I am about music, like I said, for maths and physics as well. Like if you're passionate about something, you'll just do well. So growing up, when I was 14, like I said, I knew I wanted to be a singer, but that doesn't mean I was passionate about it. Like, I was just someone who's wishful thinking, like, if I could be a singer, that would be nice. But that's about it. But when I was surrounded by entrepreneurs, CEOs, other youngsters who kept striving to do their best, kept striving to achieve their passions, you start thinking like, hey, can I do something too? Can I try something? So it's not like I wrote 100 songs in a day. I wrote like one song during lunchtime at school. But because that interest and love kept growing for it, I think that's where it spread to different areas. My love for music spread into my love for Ascendance, the youth movement that I co-founded. My love for Ascendance spread into my studies. So it's not like I had to like drill 10 hours a day of studying, but it's just passion. If you're passionate about something, you're passionate about life, and then you just are happy and do well.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have friends who are like, passionate about music and other things as well? But, especially music, when it comes to somebody being an artist, and, they might have their family who would be so against the whole idea. And they come to you and they talk to you and they say like, Hira, what do I do? My parents are not... Would you have rebelled against your own parents if they had told you, like, no, music is a no-no for you, you just stick to your books and do your math and do your science or whatever it is? Would you have rebelled? And if you did rebel, there comes a point where you need to prove something.
Yes, I think the most important part is as you grow older with age, I think there's like responsibilities you need to do. So I'm really glad. In the beginning, not many people, even my family, were like, "Hey, are you sure you want to be singer no future lah? Maybe do accountant or something like that." But my mom was very smart because she knew I was disengaged, and she really brought me to ETID's environment. So that's when I started changing. So once I started changing, I showed a little bit of results. I started doing like small concerts with my music school. I started like going for exams, like music exams, like the normal things. And then slowly I started recording songs and then like performing at shows, coming on like interviews, and then like you gain results and people gain credibility. So now my family and my grandparents are so proud that like my granddaughter is a singer. But you need to show them, because as you grow older, I think people expect things of you, which it's unfortunately that's life. So if you can show them like, hey, I'm serious about this, then I think that'll be great.
Right. Show them that
environment
you're really
helps.
serious. Yeah.
If you can't find your passion, if you have an environment that is passionate, I think you will find it eventually too.
That's right. So you got to be realistic also with what you're doing, right? Sometimes you might not be able to sing, but you're so convinced that you can sing.
That's me.
Have you seen American Idol, right? The way they, the ones who start off with the auditions, right? They are like, all over the place, but they're so convinced that, Simon Cowell knows nothing.
I would just say, like, I would just stick to, you don't have to be realistic. I was not realistic. I really swear, Greenman, if you met me 10 years ago and you heard me sing, you would be sure I would not be a singer. But just because the sheer passion and the sheer dedication and hard work, and again, support system, that's what makes someone like who they are. So really, 10 years ago, if you met me, you would not even think, who is this Buddha? I cannot sing well.
Yeah, I like the way she said, who's this Buddha? TV silver screen next.
No.
Right.
But yeah, so it's really, it's a grooming process.
Right.
So the good thing is there's so many environments and places that you can actually look to support your goals. There's so many business incubators, there's teams, there's platforms where you can learn more about yourself and develop yourself.
Right.
So that's the
doesn't matter where you came from.
Yeah.
Just make sure you know where you're going.
I would say you don't have to be realistic. You can be idealistic. Like I said,
right.
You can. That's
right.
How I
but
got
set
here.
your sail in the right direction. Yeah. Okay. There you go. What are some opportunities that you can think of for youth of today to take advantage in both academic and in the music scene?
Ooh. So one of the major things we are organizing this Global Young Changemakers Conference in September. So it's very cool because all the speakers are other youngsters. If you think I'm young, there's like people who are 15 and 13 and 20 who are like YouTubers and artists and entrepreneurs and business people, but they're all young people. So I think one of the nicest things is young people nowadays have examples to look for. You can see other young people like you from your background or your age or your passion achieving success.
Right.
So it gives you like a much better direction on where you want to head towards because somebody's done it for you. So and you get like someone to hold your hand on the process.
Yes.
So
you don't have some old fogey telling you like you
No.
must listen to that. She's so nice, but I'll tell you. There you go. When she talks about young people, KG, she meant me. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we have Crazy by Hira.
Yes.
Right? Do you have to be a little?
Yes. You have to be extremely crazy to follow your passion, but it's so worth it.
I like that.
Ooh, baby, crazy.
Yeah!
All that I can say.
Shooba, shooba.
I feel crazy.
Ooh, wow.
We should do that.
There you go. See, I told you about that duet that was coming up, and there it was.
Nice.
Okay, we're going to get you to play something before you leave. We're not going to let you go just like that, Hira. If you just joined us, folks, this morning, she is the recipient of Harvard's Dean List International. She's also a singer-songwriter, and I'm scratching my head like, how do you do that, right? But what are your hopes and wishes for our Malaysian youth?
That's a lot. I hope all my fellow youth will be happy and they find the things that make them happy. And then you'll be able to figure out life a bit better. I'm not saying like things will make sense. Like honestly, my career only makes sense when you look backwards. And when you look forward, it's very scary because so many things are uncertain. But if you can find your passion, if you can find a thing that you love, and if you can find the environment that supports you, I think you'll be set for life. I mean, you will get there eventually. So yeah.
Okay. So there you go. Oh, before we end today's interview, could you sing us a little of your latest song?
Sure thing, Greenman. This song is called Across the Universe. This is the
Across
first.
the Universe.
Yes, I did not know the Beatles had the same song.
How dare the Beatles?
No, I thought, how
tell
dare
you.
me?
Right.
How dare did I step into the
Who are
Beatles?
those bugs anyway?
No.
Yeah.
How do I dare step in their legacy? But
Right.
this is Across the Universe. This is a song out with Harvard's Undergraduate Songwriters Associate Collective.
Right.
So it's very cool to be a part of Harvard Songwriters Club album.
Right.
So I'm going to dedicate this song to all the people who've guided me to where I am today because you guys made it happen.
Right. So Across the Universe, what were you thinking when you wrote that? Were you?
Where was I? On Mars?
Were you thinking, yeah?
Oh, that was actually a prompt. Oh no, I'm going to start coughing.
Right. KG, can we have a gallon of water, please? She's coughing. She's choking. Poor thing. There you go. Okay, I shall have to sing right now. Crazy, crazy, da 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 da, crazy. Hurry, KG. Crazy, crazy. There you go. Off screen. KG is bringing this bottle of water, and Hira's taking a sip of it right now. She should be better in a bit from now. And here she is, back again.
So, Across the Universe.
I like that.
One of the things that inspired the song, the club was like, can you write a song with a number on it? And this idea came about that I've been searching for my whole life for my family, the people that I'm a part of a team with. And no matter how far in the universe, no matter what it takes, I'm always going to love all of them. So that's the idea behind it. So yeah.
Go on. Rock it, Hira.
So this is, it's like very soulful and funky, which is different but nice. Since the dawn of time, I've been searching for ya. I need to find ya. Galaxies collide, searching for a sign. Echoes fill my mind. Can you hear me, baby? Can you hear me? Million miles apart, but you won't hear me say I love you across the universe. Hey. No matter space and time, you won't change my mind. I love you across the universe. Hey. I love you across the universe. Hey.
That's in the song too, yeah? The coughing part. And then she coughs. And da-da-da-da-dum. I wish I could rap, but I can't rap over there. But it's such a nice little song over there, Across the Universe. It's a song that you just wrote, and it's been released already. And they'll be able to listen to it where? Right here on TraXX FM.
Yes,
and
you're the first to play the song.
I love that. Too bad all you other stations. Yeah! All right. Yeah. And where else can they listen to you?
That's available on Spotify and as well as Apple Music, so all your streaming platforms. It's part of Harvard Songwriters Collective. So
Right.
check it there.
There you go. When you sing, you're so happy, yeah?
Yeah. I'm so sorry for coughing.
No.
Good joke, ready.
I coughed yesterday too. I said like, "Hi, this is TraXX,"
I
and
feel
then
like
I
it's going to
coughed.
sound the alarm. Ding-ding-ding-ding.
Yeah, but you never know. Cough could be a different song. You could write a song about coughing,
Rapping, beatboxing.
right? There you go. Anything else you want to add on before we have to say?
Thank you. Thank you everybody who's been supporting me, for listening. Thank you TraXX FM, Greenman, KG for having me on the show. And thank you for all the people in my life who've played a part of it. Like I said, it really takes a village to make this all happen. So it's really not me, and I'm just very happy and honored to be bestowed upon all this responsibility and recognition. I hope to do it justice.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Hira, for being here and inspiring a lot of us. And we hope to see you. We will be seeing you inspire a lot more in the future.
I'll play an outro.
Right?
Oh. Thank you, Greenman.
Thank you, Hira.
Across the universe. Hey.
Rock and roll, Hira.